What's going on, y'all? We are back with another video, and this week we have three videos coming out. We have one, we have this video right here, which will be our last mock draft. What would I do? And this will be two rounds, so this might be a little longer than usual. Probably looking at a 40 to 50 minute video. We have tomorrow. We have my last Steelers 7 round mock draft of the year coming out 3.0, and then also on Thursday we will have a final predictive mock full first round coming out before the draft on Thursday night. I'm super excited. If you've never been to my channel before, um, I always say that the NFL draft is like top three sporting things for me a year. So I'm super. It's really, to be honest, it's number two. It's behind March Madness. So I'm super excited. I've been thinking about it. I'm not sure yet, but I'm thinking about potentially. I don't think I'm going to necessarily do this first one, but potentially a live reaction live stream on Thursday night for night one. Um, and then I don't think I'm going to do that, but I might. But on Saturday, I am thinking about, at least for maybe like the first little like portion of it, doing live reactions for day three on Saturday. I'm not super sure about it yet. I know I can't do any live reaction on Friday, but yeah, man, I'm super excited. And let's get into the video. So first off, if when I'm scrolling through the big board, you might notice some differences here because I am using my own big board. Now, I will say this, I didn't really edit the big board in itself, but I went through the positions and ranked my guys how I have them ranked. For the most part, for the guys I've watched at least. Um, so maybe I wouldn't necessarily say this is like it's funny enough I named it like on here, I named it like close enough to my big board. So you might see some guys higher than some guys and you're like, "What?" Like PFF has them ranked. No, it's my big board personally. Um, but yeah, man, I'm excited. Let's get into the video. We're gonna start off Fernando Mendoza. We kind of know where that's gonna go. So we can go and get into the video here at two to the Jets. And I've been sticking to it. I'm gonna continue to stick to it. I know a lot of like, big name, insider guys, analysts have been saying David Bailey here at two. I got to stick to Arbel Reese. I'm sorry. I just think that makes the most sense. At three to the Cardinals. This is tough, man. I really, really think that they need a tackle, and I really think that Francis Mauigoa is that good to where I would take him here. I do have him in my top 10 players in the draft. I do think he's that good to where you could take him here at three. Um, I will say though, like I think trading back is a real option. And I think for the purpose of the video, man, I'm I think I'm gonna do it. And I saw that Mel Kiper had a mock where the Cowboys traded 12 and 20 to get to six with the Browns, and I see that they're interested here. But I've also been seeing the Chiefs as potential trade up candidates here as well. I'm deciding what I want to do here. Do I want to take Maui Noah or do I want to trade back? If you trade back to nine, you probably don't get Maui Noah. If you trade back to 12, you definitely don't get Maui Noah. But you probably could get Fano or Monroe Freeling if that's more of your style. You know what? No, I'm not going to trade. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to take Francis Mauigoa. We're going to stick and pick at three. Four with Titans, I'm pretty locked in on Jeremiah Love here at four at this point. I think it just makes the most sense. I do think I have their needs, like their four sure needs listed as right guard and edge rusher. Um I will say this, I've seen that like the Chiefs have been very in talks with the Cardinals at three and the Titans at four. I wonder if you're tempted to trade back with the Chiefs if you're Tennessee, if you get the right package and take Vega Ioane at nine. I think Vega Ioane is that good to take him in the, I think his ceiling is at 8. I think his absolute ceiling is at 8, maybe, but like that would I don't think the Saints would take him at 8, but I think maybe somebody coming up and getting him. Giants after their big trade last night, trading Dexter Lawrence to the Cincinnati Bengals for pick number 10. Here at 5, I think this makes this relatively simple for them. I think this is going to be Sonny Styles. Um, I don't think that you get Sonny Styles if you wait till 10. I do think you can get Caleb Downs if you wait till 10. That's kind of my thought process there. I think those are the two guys you're targeting. I think the third guy you're targeting is another Ohio State guy in Cornell Tate. Um, and I also think that Mansour Lane could be very much in play as well because I think he's that good. And two, I think that the Giants really need a corner. I have their needs listed as linebacker, corner, IDL, and then a few spots that they can upgrade at. Browns at 6. I'm kind of down to 3 players here for them at this point. And that's Jordan Tyson, Cornell Tate, and Spencer Fano. I think I'm gonna stick to my guns here that I've been going on. I'm gonna go Cornell Tate. I think he's that good. I think they need a receiver that bad. 7, because they did do some patchwork as well on the offensive line. 7 with the Commanders. I think they're in a great spot here because they're going to get one of these 3 guys, I'm pretty sure, and I think they're going to be very happy with it. And that's going to have to be, I think that's going to have to be Reuben Bain for no. I think they would like David Bailey better. I think they would like David Bailey better. I'm going to take David Bailey at 7 to the Commanders. At 8 to the Saints, this is going to be Reuben Bain. I haven't seen a whole lot of people taking edge rusher to the Saints, but like I have that listed as a spot that they can upgrade. I have a need as receiver and corner. I don't think you take Jordan Tyson. Like Kai Lemon maybe is in play. I think if Cardinal Tate gets to them, they take him. And I have corner as a need as well, but like I think you're more confident at corner than you are at edge rusher. Like if you go and look, you look at the Saints depth chart at edge rusher, you got Carl Granderson and Chase Young. And then at corner, you got Isaac Yiadom, who played good last year, in my opinion. You got Kool-Aid McKinstry, who's been fine, and Quincy Riley also played good last year. So I'm gonna go edge rusher over corner. I actually should probably update that and put edge rusher as a need, corner as can upgrade. 9 for the Chiefs. This is tough, man. I think Jordan Tyson can make a lot of sense for them with what they want to do on offense. But having pick 29 and pick 40, I think you can get a receiver there. I think Mansour Lane's very much in play after trading Trent McDuffie. And I think corner's more of a need than safety is. And I think Caleb Downs is in play as well. I think if Reuben Bain or David Bailey get here, they're in play. Dude, I wouldn't be shocked if they would Akeem Mesidor. I wouldn't mind them trading back here either. Who's interested? Lions. I'm good. I think if anything, this could be the Cowboys jumping the Giants to get Caleb Downs because I think the Giants would probably go Caleb Downs at 10. I think the Cowboys might get aggressive as well. I mean, what would this have to be? I keep this pulled up as well, just in case I do any more trades later. So this would have to be 1,200 for like it's only a 150 point difference. Like like for example, like 92 and 112 get the deal done per point values, but I just don't I feel like Kansas City is kind of sitting here like you're gonna have to give us something for us to move back. But I don't think Dallas would trade 20. Dallas already has 2 first rounders next year, but they don't really have anything else outside of that. I wonder if this, I wonder if then like a pick swap would get it done. Like a second for like a Kansas City like fifth or like a Kansas City fourth, actually. They've got 2 third rounders next year. We're gonna offer this. If it goes through, it goes through. If not, we'll pick for the Chiefs. It goes through, and the Dallas Cowboys are gonna get Caleb Downs and keep pick 20. Wow. This makes it easy for the Giants with Caleb Downs going. You take Mansour Lane. Simple as that. Um, Dolphins at 12. I think this is one of these three guys sitting here in the. Who is it? Spencer Fano, and he plays guard. Or is it Vega Ioane? I think I'm gonna go Jordan Tyson. I can't let Jordan Tyson fall too far, in my opinion. And then the Chiefs had to trade back, get Jermon McCoy. Yeah. Rams get Makai Lemon. Yeah, dude. I mean, dude, like this is. I'm feeling really good about this so far, though. Okay, so just real quick because I went through that fast. Cowboys trade up to 9 from 12, get Caleb Downs. Mansour Lane goes at 10 to the Giants. Jordan Tyson goes at 11 to the Dolphins. Jermon McCoy, after trading back, goes at 12 to the Chiefs. Makai Lemon goes at 13 to the Rams. So I am very, very confuzzled on what to do here with the Ravens currently. I think if Makai Lemon's here, I think it makes it even more confusing. I realistically think Omar Cooper Jr. could be in play here. I think Omar Cooper Jr.'s, I think his spot starts at 11, to be honest, especially with the Chiefs being at 12. I'm very interested in Kenyon Sadiq. Mark Andrews is getting older. I think his contract's running out relatively soon as well. Plus, Kenyon Sadiq's more of a like slot guy, anyways, and they need another weapon. They really need another weapon for Lamar to throw it to. But I think the interior of the offensive line needs work as well, and that's why I think Vega Ioane or Spencer Fano could be in play. Hmm. And I don't want Vega to drop that much though, because like, dude, like he's so good. Like I think he's a top 15 player. I think I'm gonna take. There's talks that Spencer Fano might be able to play center. I'm gonna take Kenyon Sadiq. I'm gonna take Kenyon Sadiq. Pivot, pivot. I was really considering Fano or Yowane there, but we're gonna pivot. We're gonna take Kenyon Sadiq. I think that makes a lot of sense for them, man. I think it really does. 15 for the Bucks. Is this Yowane? Is this Spencer Fano? Or is this Hakeem Mesidor? Or is this surprise pick Jacob Rodriguez, who I have in the top 20 in the draft? I probably realistically have him more in like this 20. He would probably be about like 26-ish for me, actually, but that's just how PFF interpreted it. I think Kenny Sadiq can play for the Bucks as well if he's here. Hmm. I don't like this. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna take Akeem Mesidor. I'm gonna take Akeem Mesidor. I think it makes sense. It's a team trying to compete, so you're gonna take the older prospect, and I think he has a lot of potential in there. The Jets at 16. I think this is Omar Cooper Jr. I think this is Omar Cooper Jr. Who's interested in coming up? I talked about this in my video that's releasing tomorrow. That if Vega Iguana gets past 15, the Steelers have to come up and get him, especially with the Lions and potentially the Vikings selecting him. I'm interested in what would this take for the Steelers to come up here? 21 to 16. It's gonna be 200 points. 53 would be too much. 76, 210. 76 gets it done on the trade value chart. The Steelers are gonna come up and take Vegas 1A. Drafts in the city. Gonna move up and get their guy. 17 to the Lions. This is one of these guys. I just think Spencer Fano's that good. I don't think he can drop anymore. Now, this is an interesting pick. The Vikings are an interesting pick. My bad on the yawn. It's like 10:30. So a little tired here, but trying to muscle through this. I think this is going to be safety, and even though I do think Emmanuel McNeil-Warren is better than Dylan Thieneman, I'm going to take Dylan Thieneman because I think he makes more sense to the Vikings. Um, 19 to the Panthers. I've been kind of on this pick, and I kind of want to make it because this is more of what would I do. I'll try to get more predict and see like Thieneman's more so like, you know what? This is what would I do. I'm taking Emmanuel McNeil-Warren. I don't care what people think about what I think about Dylan Thieneman. All right. I do think Dylan Thieneman's good. I want to say that, but and I'm gonna you know what? I'm gonna continue to do what I want to do here. I'm gonna take Monroe Freeling. I think Blake Miller's better than him, but I think this makes sense. You let the Rasheed Walker 1 year contract play, whatever, right? And then you got Monroe Freeling to step right in and play left tackle. 20 for the Cowboys. You got Caleb Downs. Man, people are gonna hate this. People are gonna absolutely hate this. I'm telling you, I'm doing what I would want to do though. I'm taking Jacob Rodriguez at 20. This is straight do what I want to do mock draft. I'm taking Jacob Rodriguez at 20 to the Cowboys. 21 for the Jets after trading back. Like I said, I think Omar Cooper Jr. probably would have been my pick a minute ago anyways, and he's still here, so I'm gonna take him. You trade back, you get pick 76, and you get Omar Cooper Jr. still. Pick 22 for the Chargers. I think Blake Miller's in play, but I think that they need guard more than anything. What do I have? I have them listed as need guard, can upgrade nose tackle, so I do think Caden McDonald could be in play. Edge rusher, interior backer, and safety. I think Dylan Thieneman could be in play here. Hmm. I'm gonna take Dylan Thieneman. I'm gonna take Dylan Thieneman. I was very considering Emmanuel Pregnon there, but we'll take Dylan Thieneman. 23 for the Eagles. I've been on this, and it's probably gonna be in my predictive mock too. Max Wanamaker. He's only been playing football for like yeah for like four, he started playing football in 2021. And people talk about like he has some of the highest potential in the whole entire draft class just because like he's already that good and he had only been playing for so long. So I think this makes a ton of sense. Take him to the place that's been able to develop tackles on tackles on tackles. Let him sit behind Lane Johnson until Lane Johnson's ready to go in a year or two, and boom, there you go. 24 for the Browns. You took Cardinal Tate at 6. I think this makes this simple. It's between one of these offensive linemen that are left here. I have them listed as needing a tackle, but they can upgrade at guard. So I'm going to take a tackle, and that's going to have to be Blake Miller here for me. 25 for the Bears. Sorry that I stopped talking about needs halfway through this. But 25 for the Bears, I didn't have them necessarily needing a need. Um, but I said that they could upgrade at center, IDL, edge rusher, nickel, and strong safety. I don't think there's a safety I would take this early at this point. So I think that makes me pivot to IDL with having all of the prospects still on the board here with Peter Woods, Caleb Banks, Caden McDonald, Christian Miller, and Lee Hunter, who I think could all fit into actually Lee Hunter, not really, but these four I think could fit in the first round. Um, hmm. Caleb Banks is probably going to fall now because of the injury stuff. So I'm going to take Peter Woods. He's still my IDL one. I don't care what anybody says. 26 for the Bills. I have them listed as needing IDL, edge rusher, linebacker, and there is a surplus of that in here with TJ Parker, Keldrick Faulk, Cassius Howell, DJ Moore. Sorry, DJ Moore. Sorry. They did trade for DJ Moore, but I meant Derek Moore. I'm gonna take Keldrick Falk here at 26 to the Bills. 27 to the 49ers. I really think that they could use a tackle here, man. Trent Williams is probably gone soon. Um, is there a tackle I would take here though? Not really, because I think Caden Proctor is gonna play guard, but I do have them listed as like needing a guard. So I'm gonna take Emmanuel Pregnon, and then I'm gonna take Caden Proctor at 28 to the Texans. That makes that pretty simple. And even if he ends up playing tackle, you probably could use him anyways, even though you need a guard. 29 for the Chiefs. You got Jermon McCoy at 12 after trading back. I think this very well could just be a receiver. I think it could be an edge rusher as well. Um, Denzel Boston, I think, makes the most sense for them. I think Denzel Boston makes the most sense. I could see them liking one of Howell or Parker, but I think Denzel Boston makes the most sense. I think you can get a solid edge rusher there at 40. Um, 30 for the Dolphins. You took Jordan Tyson. I think this is just very simply one of these corners. Is this Colton Hood or is this Avion Terrell? I think it's gonna be Colton Hood. We'll take Colton Hood here at 30 to the Dolphins. 31 to the Patriots. I have them listed as needing edge rusher. Mainly, I think edge rusher is their number one need. I don't care what anybody says. Again, um, I'm way lower on Zion Young than most. Same with Malachi Lawrence. This is what I would do, though. This is what I would do. I'm going to take TJ Parker. And then 32 to the Seahawks. I really like Emmanuel Pregnon here, but he's off the board. There's no guards I would take this early. So I think you look at DB maybe. I have them listed as needing guard, running back, corner. I don't mind Chris Johnson to them. I've got these two. These two guys are like certified first rounders for me, but injury stuff and other concerns I think are going to throw me off with taking them in the first. Ooh, Cassius Howell. I don't mind Cassius Howell here, actually. No, I know what I'm going to do. What does this take? 34 to 32, 590, 560. We're going to get, because they only have 4 picks this year, anyways. We're going to get the Seahawks an extra pick here. And that's going to be pick 104. And we're going to trade back into the first. Oh, 143. There we go. 34 and 143 from the Arizona Cardinals to come back into the first round because this is what I would do again. Arizona Cardinals are going to take Ty Simpson at pick 32 to end out night one of the NFL draft. All right, going into round 2 here, the Jets have taken Arvell Reese and Omar Cooper Jr. I think corner could be in play here. Um, I think corner could be in play here. Is this just Avion Terrell? This might just be Avion Terrell. Yeah. Or is this CJ Allen? This might actually be CJ Allen. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to take CJ Allen here. And then we're going to take Avion Terrell at 34 to the Seahawks. Okay. There we go. I don't mind that at all. I don't mind that at all. 35 to the Titans. Took Jeremiah Love at 4. Is this could have been CJ Allen if I didn't just take him. I wouldn't take any of those linebackers this early. Again, what do I have Tennessee's needs as? Guard, edge. Oh, Chase Basantes. Yeah, Chase Basantes at 35 to the Titans. I like that. All right, Raiders at 36. You took Mendoza. I really think IDL could be of use, and these guys are here. You're going to take Cade McDonald. 37, this is super simple and a great haul for the Giants. After trading Dexter Lawrence, you're going to go get Caleb Banks. So you end up with Caleb Banks, Sonny Styles, and Mansour Lane. Wow. What a haul. Texans at 38 after taking Caden Proctor. I think if you might want to look true tackle, I think Caleb Lomu could be in play. I think if one of those IDL guys would have still been here, I might want to take it. Or maybe this is just Christian Miller and we just go on an IDL run. I actually don't mind that. I actually don't mind that at all. We're gonna take Christian Miller, go on an IDL run here. 39 to the Browns. He took a tackle, he took a wide receiver. I think Keelan Rutledge could be in play here. Based on what I'm seeing with everything, I think he might actually go this early, but like I don't think I would take him this early. What else do I have them listed as? We've taken a receiver. I mean, dude, call me crazy. Like you could double down at receiver. I did say you could upgrade IDL. Lee Hunter's here. This is a tough pick. Is this a trade up spot? Like maybe somebody coming to get an edge rusher could jump the Bengals and the Chiefs, so I think could use one. Saints, we already took one though. Who would the Saints were listed as coming up here and getting somebody? Who would they come up and get? Casey Concepcion? That's not bad actually. That's not bad at all. 42 to 39. You need 480 to 510, 30 points again. 132. Does that get it done? Yeah. Saints are going to trade 42 and 132 for 39 to come up and get KC Concepcion. It's a pretty good draft from the Saints there, getting Ruben Bain and KC Concepcion. 40 to the Chiefs. Took Jermon McCoy, took Denzel Boston. This is just very easily Cassius Howell. Yeah, this is very easily just Cassius Howell. 41 to the Bengals. Lost Trey Hendrickson. You just brought in Dexter Lawrence. I think they could really just use anything defense, to be honest. Like literally anything defense. It's funny, like I have their only like true need listed as guard, and then I have in the can upgrade section left tackle, tight end, defense. Like for example, other teams it'll say like specific positions, but it just says defense. We're gonna go look at edge rusher here. I think I like Derek Moore the most. We'll take Derek Moore. We'll take Derek Moore. 42 to the Browns. You just traded back a few spots. Let them come up and get Casey Concepcion. So again, we've taken Blake Miller. We're taking Cornell Tate. We'll do it. We'll go take Keelan Rutledge. We'll go take Keelan Rutledge. 43 to the Dolphins. That one kind of messes them up because that could have been Keelan Rutledge to them. You took Jordan Tyson. You took Colton Hood. What can this be then? Safety, AJ Halsey. I don't mind that. Yeah, AJ Halsey. Okay. Okay. Jets at 44. I talked about corner. D'Angelo Pons is still here. We'll take him. We'll take D'Angelo Pons. 45. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. This is going to be the first time you've probably seen this one. This is straight what I would do. We're going to take a center. We're going to take Connor Lew. We're going to take Connor Lew. I think Connor Lew's that good. I do think Connor Lew's that good. We're going to take him at 45. The Ravens really need a center. We're going to take him. Buccaneers took Akeem Mesidor. I think Eli Stowers could be in play here. I think Jake Golday could probably start being in play here. I don't. Again, there's not a guard I would take. It's not a guard I would take. I'm gonna take Eli Stowers, man. I'm gonna take Eli Stowers to the Bucs at 46. 47. Funny enough, I just said I wouldn't take Jake Golday this early, but AJ Halsey off the board. I like Bud Clark. I do like Bud Clark, but I think linebacker is more of a need than safety is for the Colts. I'm gonna take Jake Golday. 48 for the Falcons. Man, they need some interior help. Lee Hunter's still here. We'll go ahead and take him. Lee Hunter there. They just traded Ruka Roro to the Jaguars, by the way, for Mason Smith. Vikings took Emmanuel McNeil Warren at 49. And with Jadarian Price still on the board, man, I'm gonna have to go and get him off. I think he goes earlier than this, to be honest. I'm not sure where, but I do think he goes earlier than this. 50 to the Lions. We took Spencer Fano. I have their needs listed as right tackle and linebacker, so they can upgrade at left guard and at center and on the interior defensive line and at edge rusher. So maybe this is an edge rusher. That's probably where the most talent left on the board is at. Yeah, it is. Um, what I would do. What I would do. Zion Young's gonna go earlier in this, but what would I do? I'm gonna take Gabe. I'm gonna take Gabe Yakins out of Illinois. Monroe Freelink. I really think they need a linebacker. I really think they need a linebacker. Do I take Kyle Lewis this early? No, and Eli Stowers is off the board. And the IDLs are off the board. Oh, this is a rough position for the Panthers. This is a rough position for the Panthers. Do they take Chris Bell? Is that crazy? Because some of these receivers are going to go earlier than this. We're going to take Chris Bell. We're going to take Chris Bell. I like that. Packers at 52. I really think they need IDL. I just don't. Maybe you take Daryl Jackson Jr. this early, but like, I don't know. Then you could take a corner. Chris Johnson's here. I just don't know how much zone the Packers run. Let me look that up real quick. Let's see. How much zone do the Packers run? Oh, wow. 78.4% of the defensive snaps, according to Google. We'll take Chris Johnson for sure then. I think he's another guy, man. Like, I think he goes earlier than 52, but that's just how we felt here. All right, Vega Ioane at 53. Do we just take Caleb Lomu? Do we just take Caleb Lomu and have our whole offensive line on rookie contracts? Dude, I'm tempted. Or is this Kyle Lewis? Or who wants to come up? The Chargers come up 2 spots to take who though? I'll do it. I'll do it. Caleb Lomu to the Steelers at 53. Why not? It's another guy though. Like I think he's just gonna go earlier than that, dude. I think 54. Eagles took Max Wanamaker. What could the Eagles do here? I think Eli Stowers could be in play if he ends up being on the board here, which I think is a possibility. Real life. Safety? Did they take Bud Clark? I think Bud Clark's that good. Receiver? Ooh. Ooh. Skylar Bell? Or do you take Jeremy Bernard because AJ Brown's probably gone? Take Jeremy Bernard. Dylan Thieneman went to the Chargers. Dude, I just don't. You know what? Yeah. I'll take Jennings Dunker at 55 to the Chargers. I think he plays guard at the next level. So I think it makes sense. They need help at guard. 56 to the Jaguars. I don't get to talk about the Jaguars a lot. I need to have to actually look again at what I think have their needs as. Jaguars need backup tight end. All right, outside of that, I have upgrade. Can upgrade center. Oh, dude, I mean, I, I wouldn't argue against Sam Hector, Jake Slaughter here. Right guard. It's just not a guard. Free safety. But Clark could prep at wide receiver. Skylar Bell, I think, could be in play here then. Prep at tight end. Brenton Strange an impending free agent after this year. Do they take a tight end? Did they take Max Clare or Sam Roush? Mm. Edge rusher. Linebacker. No, this is edge rusher. This is Malachi Lawrence. Okay, this is Malachi Lawrence. I know you're probably like, why did you take Malachi Lawrence to the Jaguars and they have Trayvon Walker and Josh Allen? Yeah, look at the rest of their edge rusher room. BJ Green and Danny Stigo. Yeah, that's why I took Malachi Lawrence. 57. The Bears. They took Peter Woods. You know what? Why not? Sam Hecht. Sam Hecht. Why not? Manuel Pregnon at 58 to the 49ers. This is going to have to be Skylar Bell. They need a receiver for sure. I know they brought in Mike Evans. I know they brought in, oh my God, who else did they bring in? Christian Kirk. They got Ricky Pearsall, which, like, still to me. 59 to the Texans. Hmm. Caleb Tiernan, but like I think he ends up playing guard too, and at that point you taking two tackles that I think are gonna play guard. Jake Slaughter? Jake Slaughter? Is this Jake Slaughter? I don't mind that. I don't mind Jake Slaughter. How is Oh dude, I haven't taken like any corners and edge rushers. I'm gonna take Jake Slaughter here. Get three centers in the second round. Why not? Why not? Bears, this is Bud Clark. This is Bud Clark for sure. Safety, need a safety. Rams took Makai Lemon. What do I have on their need punter? Here we go, baby. Brett Thorson, best punter in the class. Brett Thorson, baby, out of Georgia. Um, can upgrade receiver, can prep for receiver. So did that with Makai Lemon. Linebacker? They could use depth in the secondary. Why not? I mean, you're just taking the best player available at this point. Why not take Keith Abney? Why not take Keith Abney? 40 or 62 to the Broncos. Ooh, this is gonna be an ugly pick. I can already tell. I have them listed at need at linebacker. Is this Kyle Lewis? But they could prep at corner, and there's all these corners here. Corner safety. We'll take we'll take Keontae Scott. I'm fine with that. Patriots at 63. It took TJ Parker at 31. What do we do here? This could be Elijah Surratt or Branch. I like Kevin Coleman that much, by the way. They might want to know. Uh, or is this O line? I just don't really. Again, there's not a tackle that would take this early. They have they picked 95, 125. I think get somebody like JC Davis at. Dang, I should have took a tackle at 31. No, if I had known Romello Height was going to be here, that'd have made it simple. Or Zion Young, or Mason Thomas. We'll take Elijah Surratt at 64 to the Seahawks. Took Avion Terrell. I don't know if he takes Jonah Coleman this early. Took Avion Terrell. And take Romello Height. Again, this is what I would do. I 100% understand. Like you're gonna like, there's probably gonna be if this video ends up like getting big, there's probably gonna be a ton of people in the comments, bro. Like, oh, there's no, oh, like why would you take this person over this person? Oh, there's no way this person goes this early. I'm doing what I would do. I'm doing what I would do. Not you, not Mel Kiper, not Trevor Sycamore, Info Stock Exchange, not Dane Brugler, not Daniel Jeremiah. What I would do. Mendoza at 1, Reese at 2, Malinois at 3, Love at 4, Styles at 5, Tate at 6, Bailey at 7, Bain at 8, Cowboys trade up from 12 and get Caleb Downs. Delane at 10, Tyson at 11, Jermom McCoy at 12, Makai Lemon at 13, Sadiq at 14, Mesidor at 15. Steelers trade up from 21 to 16, take Ioane. Fano at 17, McNeil Warren at 18. Freeling at 19, J Rod at 20, Cooper Jr. at 21, Thiedemann 22, Wancher 23, Blake Miller 24, Peter Woods 25, Kodrick Falk 26, Emmanuel Pregnon 27, Caden Proctor 28, Boston 29, Hood 30, Parker 31, uh, Cardinals trade back into the first round, take Ty Simpson, CJ Allen 33, Avion Terrell 34 after the Seahawks traded back. Santos at 35, Cade McDonald at 36, Caleb Banks at 37, Christian Miller at 38, Casey Concepcion at 39, Cash Sal at 40, Derek Moore at 41, Keelan Rogers at 42, AJ Halsey at 43, D'Angelo Ponce at 44, Connor Lew at 45, Eli Stowers at 46, Jake Golday at 47, Lee Hunter at 48, Jarian Price at 49, Gabe Yakis at 50, Chris Bell at 51, Chris Johnson at pick 52, Caleb Boom at 53, Jeremy Renard at 54, Jennings Dunker at 55, Jaguars take Malachi Lawrence at 56, Sam Hecht at 57, Skylar Bell at 58, Jake Slaughter at 59, Bud Clark at 60, Keith Abney the second at 61, Keontae Scott at 62, Elijah Sherratt at 63, and Romello Height at 64. That is it. That is the final first round mock draft and second round on the channel, first, second round on the channel, of what I would do if I was the GM. Again, hater to love it. I appreciate the support either way. And appreciate all the love on this draft cycle. And we will see you technically tomorrow, even though I already recorded this video before. See you technically tomorrow as well on the Steelers 3.0 mock draft. And then we'll see y'all Thursday on draft day, and potentially on some live videos here and there as well. Appreciate you watching. Appreciate the love. Appreciate the support through this draft cycle. And yeah, see y'all next time. Peace.